Sowore calls on Nigerian youth to protest fuel price hike, recalls past Labour leader Oshomole's betrayal in 1993. Omoyole Sowore has urged Nigerians, especially youths, to rise against the hike in the price of petrol. The former presidential candidate of the African Action Congress said a massive protest against the hike can be done against, like it was done by youths in 1993, which he was involved in as a student. After the removal of subsidy on petrol was announced by President Bola Tinubu on May 29, 2023, the price of premium motor spirits (PMS), also known as petrol, rose significantly from approximately 185 naira to over 600 naira. This increase has had a ripple effect, leading to higher transportation costs and prices of goods and services, resulting in a sharp increase in inflation. He lamented that despite that the price of the product was moving towards 1,000 naira, while the national minimum wage stood at 30,000 naira, Tinubu's government is proposing to spend $100 million on a private jet. In a post on his X, formerly Twitter, on Sunday, the activist said, "In 1993, as students, we went to war against the military because they increased petrol, gasoline, price to 3.25k. It was unacceptable then, and Nigerian students fought hard against the economically ruinous World Bank and IMF-inspired policies under the guise of Structural Adjustment Program (SAP). Today, the petrol price is almost 1,000 naira, with a minimum wage of 30,000 naira. But the priority of the official ABAT is the presidential jet valued at $100 million. It is important to note that the Nigerian Labour Congress at NLC headquarters betrayed Nigerians in 1993. One of the key Labour leaders then was Adams Oshomole. Yes, the same senator. Let the youths/people of Nigeria rise up and fight. It can be done again, bigger and better." He recalled the fervent protest of 1993, where students took a stand against the petrol price hike to 3.25 naira. The increase was seen as part of the economically damaging policies imposed by the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund (IMF) under the Structural Adjustment Program (SAP), which Nigerian students vehemently resisted. He also pointed out the historical betrayal by the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) in 1993, noting that key figures like Adams Oshomole, now a senator, played roles that undermined the struggle. Sowore posted a copy of a newspaper publication of Tuesday, November 30th, 1993, in which he recounted his ordeal at the hands of security operatives during his time as a student union leader. He said, "When they came that morning, they first arrested some of our students, and when I came forward to ask for their release, some SSS men just sprang from nowhere and squeezed me into a waiting car. The arrest was more of an abduction. It was barbaric. I was virtually kidnapped by the SSS men. They said they were asked to get me dead or alive. I was driven straight to Ikeja, the office of a Deputy Commissioner, Administration, one Mr. Adoye. When I was brought before him, he asked what we were protesting for, and I replied him that we had the right to protest the ills of the society. I then queried the use of live bullets by policemen that morning. He unrepentantly said they had to defend themselves. At that point, I was furious and told him to his face that they, the police, should therefore expect the worst from us, the students. He immediately lost his cool, got up from his seat and slapped me twice. He then ordered that I be detained without contact. I was handcuffed and bundled into a waiting car, and we drove off. They headed for Shangisha on the outskirts of Lagos. I was there for about 13 minutes before I was returned to Lagos. While at Shangisha, They asked for all I had on me. We were 4 in the car, 2 officers and the driver for the trip to 15 Awolowo Road, Ikoyi, SSS headquarters. At a point, they wanted me to advise the government on fuel price, but I told them that since there was no legitimate government in place, there was no point advising them, but to ask them to leave. During the chat, they denied what the police told me, that they, SSS, shot students. They said it was the police that shot the students. I just looked at them as dishonorable men. At the end of the day, at 6:30 p.m. exactly, I was taken to Ikoyi and detained at the State House Annex Police Cell, where I learned that late Major Orka and some of his men were detained. This place is around Dodan Barracks, second gate. Before I was released, my kidnappers asked me if I can guarantee peace on campus, and I told them that as long as we have corrupt and illegitimate people at the helm of affairs, we students will not relent in our fight. One day we will surprise the government. Sincerely, we have a little day with this illegitimate government, and mark me, it will be bloody. We will take vengeance and ensure justice, fair play, and the removal of all agents of doom, he added. Ha ha ha. Please, Sowore, I'll be waiting to lead the revolution anytime, anywhere, as long as it is against useless and taxes collector government of Tinubu, who is in support of ASU-led increase in FG varsity school fees. I am ever ready. These small children of today will never understand what Nigeria and Nigerians was in 90s. Please, I am waiting impatiently for that day to come. Meanwhile, tell the children to protest against their lecturers who hide under the interim governing council to hike the FG varsity's fee to over 100%. The students should know that it is ASU lecturers that increase the fees and Tinubu government quiet about it. Affected students who have dropped out of varsities and parents should come out and protest with the use of weaponry drugs to protest against the ASU lecturers and their family. Thank you, Sowore. I know one day, somewhere, we will rise from the sun and we will take a pragmatic and bold step to tell Nigerian youth and students their civil and constitutional rights against the government of taxes, collection, and varsity's killing fee. Thank you a lot, Sowore. The revolution will start again against ASU lecturers to reduce the school fee, which I cannot pay and my children are at home. Then we will move against the price of fuel, just as it was in 1993. Anyways, guys, that's the news for today. Please stay informed for more news like this and don't forget to leave your views in the comment section. Thank you.